Oh, hi. Did you miss me? Sorry I didn't post last week. We've been a little busy. You wouldn't know anything about that. Event planners being busy? Yeah. Tell me about it. I want to hear from you. What are your favorite tips, tools, tricks? Anything. I'm talking, I love this one little function in Excel and it changed my life, to these are the apps that I'm using and they are changing my life, to stay away from. I'm not going to name drop the programs that we all hate from a corporate perspective, but I think you know. Stay away from them. I want to hear about it. You say it so that I don't have to. And all of that to say, I hope you enjoy this season 1 wrap up, and please reach out if you have anything you would like to talk about from an event planning perspective. And now back to red lighting my BEOs, making sure the tool's supporting everything that I need it to support for all of our customers. Thank you. We love you. So excited to continue this journey on Event Logistics Lab. Hey everybody, Rocio Aldana here, co-founder and COO of Folio and co-host of the Event Logistics Lab podcast. As we are wrapping up the first quarter here at Event Logistics Lab, I wanted to take a minute to reflect on the absolute ride that the first quarter has been. We've covered a ton of ground, with episodes ranging from deep one-on-one dives with industry experts hosted by our founder and CEO, Greg Perrine, in which industry experts get real about their specialties, ranging then to some of our more candid, chaotic conversations and straight talk episodes in the Power Half Hours. Those episodes kind of meet logistics, a little bit of roasting with a dash of behind the scenes gossip, and we also pepper in some feel-good moments. All of this mirrors the spirit of the event industry that we know and love. We are professional to a T till that staff office door is closed and whatever happens, happens, and we are able to have fun, joke around, but somehow still manage to put our heads down and crank out budgets, execute logistics flawlessly, and, the famous meeting and event planning saying of solving problems you didn't even know that you had. So, digging in a little bit on season 1 wrap up, the first topic that I would recommend you go back and listen to is budgeting brilliance. In this economy, we all need to figure out how to buy less eggs, make more with less. It's probably, going to get worse before it gets better. And event budgeting is no joke.
It seems like we can add 20% to the top of everything, but that 20% is a shot in the dark because a disaster could happen, something could happen, and all of a sudden, all of those clauses that are in the menu that said we can increase these prices to X amount are all activated, or you're getting 2025 menu pricing and a water cooler has jumped from $100 to $250, right? And that's an extra $150,000 on your program, right?
Here are a few key takeaways from season 1 and some topics that you might want to go back and have a listen to. Kicking things off with budgeting brilliance. We talked to Lee Avery about cutting costs, not quality, when it comes to managing your food and beverage budgets. She unpacked a ton of little industry insider tips. She digs into the true cost of meals. So whether you are looking to plan small, focused industry events or massive conventions, there's definitely tips and tricks throughout that episode that you can apply across the board from an event planning perspective. Next, we talk tech. Of course we do. We are event planners that are building a software as a solution.
A lot of events get the glitz and the glam, and you're looking for the payoff piece of it.
Yes.
And we want to bring focus into the grit and the grime that happens when you are posted up in the back of Hall A with pipe and drape, and you're eating the exhaust that is coming in with the forklifts, and you're trying to make it through a BEO review,
Yep. And literally no shame, grabbing the French fries off of the cold tray.
Next up, we talk tech. Of course we do, because we are event planners, logistic planners who are trying to build the best SaaS platform the events industry has ever seen. So if you want to hear a little bit more about me and my story and how I get got to this journey to Folio, you can take a listen to my episode on Tech Talk. It's a reflective 15-year journey that starts in 2008 and 9. And I go over a lot of the technology that I learned and a lot of the aha moments I didn't even know I was learning throughout that journey. Next, we have some travel tidbits. We sit down with Trish Rothman to go over pet peeves on travel, loyalty reward points.
The incident that happened with the Delta flight that tipped.
Okay.
And the little things that you have to think about when organizing massive groups of folks in travel. We also dig into sustainability from two different perspectives. We kick off the season with an episode with Julie Larson talking about how you can make practical and measurable changes in your event planning.
So many times buffets you'll have a beef, you'll have a chicken, and then you'll have a vegan protein. If you could just cut that back to 2 options, potentially a vegan protein and one other, that alone helps reduce the environmental footprint, but it also really helps reduce your waste.
Key takeaway from that episode is whatever is authentic to the event, to the brand, and to your client are what will make you most successful. I think in this episode, Julie does a really good job of narrowing down the conversation to give you bite-sized, tangible impacts that you can make that don't sacrifice the attendee experience. And then on the other side of sustainability, there's sustainability in managing through an industry that has notoriously been challenging, even more so in the last few years, between pivoting from pandemic to virtual to hybrid and back. One of the things that will continue to make event planning truly sustainable is our ability to sustain ourselves. And a real feel-good power half hour to listen back to, if that is your vibe, is the conversation with Marley. Marley is an event pro that has been in the industry her whole career and has made this brilliant pivot into refocusing on self-reflection, self-awareness, and how to maintain your sense of self and your health while still executing and kicking butt out there as an event planner.
Meditation for me is such a sanctuary of connection to self, and I know that it feels overplayed a lot of the time. But when you can find that awe or that connection in like the smallest moments, when you're on the way to Starbucks and you're just like, the sun's rising and I'm the only person here and I love the egg white bites, it's going to be amazing.
So whether you are packing your bags to get to a show, whether you're tirelessly scanning BEOs, don't do that, call us, or just trying to get some calm in between the chaos, I think season 1 is a great back channel listening for anything you could think of if you're looking for a little bit of event focus. And as we look ahead into Q2, I'm looking forward to interviewing Greg, since he got the opportunity to interview me.
So it'll be like 1.5 beers
thank God.
Power half hour. But I think next week we'll do wine.
We have a bunch of different industry experts in the pipeline as well. And we will be peppering in callbacks from the first quarter, doing a few teasers on what you're going to be able to see from us coming up in the next quarter, and mostly just getting through May and June. And anybody who plans events knows May and June, from a personal and a professional perspective, are a beast to get through, right?
Sometimes if you're doing a social event, they just pass, 50 of the signature cocktails and then they stop passing. And I'm like, pass. And again, whole 50 time is so much less than what people think it is.
Right.
It is convention peak season. We have weddings, we have graduations. So whether you are a social planner, whether you are a corporate planner, a convention planner, everybody is hitting crunch time here in this quarter. So hang in there. Take a listen back to the first quarter's episode if you need some tips and tricks, or if you just need someone to sit and listen to while you are scrubbing your specs. We are here for you. Make sure you check us out at folio.io. You can get all of the show notes, the blog posts, and the transcripts from the episodes if you're more of a reader than a listener. And you can also learn more about the product, specifically what we're rolling out from a features perspective. If you'd like to continue to follow along on our journey, please follow us wherever podcasts are streamed. I also want to give a big shout out to everybody who's participated on the podcast. Whether you've come by the office to join in a power half hour or taken the time to get ready and have a really intentional conversation via Zoom, we appreciate you immensely. And it's been an absolute blast to be able to dig into this content with you. If you'd like to support us further, if you'd like to be on the podcast, if you have an episode or a topic that you think we should cover, please reach out to us. You can submit an inquiry on our website at folio.io. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, or ping either Gregory or I on LinkedIn. We are thrilled to receive any inquiries, whether you are curious about the platform, curious about podcast topics, or just want somebody to bounce ideas off of from an event planning perspective. We are your folks. No, coffee is not free, Linda. Bye.